Well, what do we have here? So this is the all-new 2026 Cube Nuroad C62 EX gravel bike, and in this episode I will give you the buyer's guide for this bike, and also I will tell you some likes and dislikes when it comes to this specific gravel bike from Cube. So hello friends, and welcome to another episode of Cycling Insider. So the newest Cube Nuroad C62 with the retail price of 2,999 euros or 3,099 British pounds, and I consider this price absolutely amazing. And also I believe that for other bike manufacturers it will be very hard to match this bike price that Cube has set now for this type of the gravel bikes. So we will dive into the specifications of this bike and really see what are you getting for your hard-earned 3,000 euros. I will mention here that this Cube Nuroad gravel bike comes in two paint schemes. So this is the first paint scheme that they call Shift Blush Art. Basically, it's kind of a very nice purple-pink paint scheme. Very nice. This would definitely be my first choice of the paint schemes. And then you also have a very classic kind of a gray-black paint scheme. Very understated paint scheme. So in my book, it's very good, very nice that they are offering two paint schemes on this gravel bike. Maybe to answer the question, who is this bike for? Well, definitely a typical example of a proper gravel bike. So this is not one of those, heavily aerodynamically optimized gravel bikes for racing. This is proper adventure gravel bike. So if you spend, majority of your time on the road, but from time to time you like to go off-roading, nothing too demanding, or you like a bit of backpacking, definitely these gravel bikes are so popular and so useful for this kind of everyday usage and going off-roading on different gravel paths. Okay, let's dive into the specifications of this bike and really see what are you getting for your hard-earned money. So let's kick off with the frame and the fork on this bike. So this is the C62 carbon fiber frame, and also we have a C62 matching carbon fiber fork on this bike. It's a modern frame in the sense that you have a 12mm through axles both front and the back. You also have a press-fit Shimano bottom bracket, and all the cables are internally routed through the frame. This carbon fiber frame from Cube comes with their 5 years warranty. I wish that at some point Cube would maybe move to the lifetime warranty on their bikes, or at least, a bit of the kind of increasing the warranty to, let's say, 10 years warranty, just to make a bit of difference when it comes to the competitors of Cube. As it is now, 5 years warranty, it is pretty decent, but I can't say anything special when it comes to this bike warranty. All in all, no special complaints from me when it comes to this carbon fiber frame and fork. It's definitely going to be perfectly fine. Also, speaking about the smaller components, here we have a carbon fiber seat post from Cube, a very classical 27.2 millimeters, exactly what you want to see here. Also the saddle from Cube, Cube's own manufactured saddle. I think they call it like acid nuance saddles. Can't comment too much on these saddles. If you don't like it, very easy to replace. And also handlebar and the stem, I am really glad that these are separate pieces on the handlebar and the stem, so nothing proprietary here. Very easy to adjust your position or change any pieces in the future. And also aluminium handlebar and aluminium stem and carbon fiber handlebar. Absolutely excellent choice, and definitely something very nice, so you don't need to upgrade the handlebar in the future. It's totally fine as it is with this carbon fiber, and definitely it's going to soak up a bit more of the road bumps, considering if you would have a classical aluminium handlebar. So all in, absolutely no complaints here when it comes to this handlebar and the stem, separate pieces on this bike. Now let's move to the group set on the bike. So what are you getting here? So this is the Shimano GRX Di2 group set. It is a 12-speed electronic group set, and as you can see, there is no front mech on this bike. So this is a single chainring setup, so-called 1X drivetrain. And I think these single chainring setups are absolutely must-have for gravel bikes. In my opinion, there is no point of having a front mech on the gravel bikes. You can think of it almost as, mountain bikes have been running single chainrings for years now. Everything works perfectly fine. But if you are really, really afraid of dropping the chain from this single chainring, you can always buy a very, very kind of simple chain catcher, and then you absolutely have no problems. So, returning back to this Shimano GRX Di2 group set. So here we have the Shimano GRX shifter, also Shimano GRX crankset, single chainring. This is a 40-tooth crankset paired with Shimano's GRX Di2 rear mech. 12-speed group set, comes with the Shimano SLX 12-speed chain, and also huge Shimano SLX 12-speed cassette. This is the 1051 cassette, the same cassettes you might find on mountain bikes, so absolutely huge range. 1051 cassette paired with a 40-tooth chainring. You absolutely won't have any problems in attacking any steep mountains or also spending long days in the saddle. And as I mentioned, single chainring on a gravel bike, absolute must-have in my opinion. Also in this with this Shimano GRX Di2 group set, I believe that this bike comes with the Shimano power meter, single-sided power meter, but this is something I'm not 100% sure. Different specifications on Cube's website are saying different things, so this is something you should definitely check with your local Cube dealer. I believe it should come with a single-sided power meter, but just please double check this little detail. It would be absolutely amazing, almost excellent if you are also getting the power meter. I know that Shimano power meters are not a creme de la creme, greatest of all, but I still believe that if they have included it, it would be very, very nice. Okay, moving on to the braking system of the bike. Here we are speaking about the Shimano GRX hydraulic disc brakes, both front and the back. Luckily, using the Shimano's GRX 160mm braking rotors front and the back. I like that here we have 160mm rotors also at the back. You know my opinion, you need good stopping power, good heat dissipation, so 160mm braking rotors are absolute minimum for these gravel bikes. So I'm really glad that they didn't cut any corners and they've put a proper Shimano's 160mm braking rotors, as I was saying, front and the back. When we speak about the wheels and the tires, this was a bit of a surprise for me. So when it comes to this frame and the fork, maximum tire clearance they can accept is 50mm, and the tires that are on the bike are the Continental Terra Trail tires. These are 45mm tires, both front and the back. Absolutely excellent. Continental makes stunning tires, and this is a very, very nice tire width of 45mm, a lot of air volume, and definitely smooth bike ride. And then when it comes to this wheel set, absolute surprise, considering the retail price of 3,000 euros for this bike, you are getting the Newman Advanced G34, but wait for it, carbon fiber wheel set. So absolutely stunning in my opinion. This whole wheel set has the weight of approximately 1,410 grams for the pair. It is a carbon fiber wheel set, tubeless ready. It is a hookless wheel set, so in this instance you just need to be careful about the tire pressures. What are the maximum tire pressures you can run on this wheel set? It will always be explained, on the specifications of the wheel set or in the local bike shop when you buy the bike. Again, with this carbon fiber wheel set, 21 spokes front and the back, classical aluminum spokes. The hubs, I'm guessing some kind of Cube's own seal cartridge bearings, and this is a tubeless ready wheel set. I'm not sure if it's going to be set up tubeless out of the box, or maybe you will need to set it up tubeless when you buy the bike. Forgot to mention that internally this wheelset is 25 millimeters. Okay, in my opinion it could have been even wider. I don't know what's the external width, maybe it's about 30 millimeters, not so sure, but generally speaking I'm very glad that Cube is including this Newman Advanced carbon fiber wheelset on this whole package of the bike, which costs 3,000 euros. So all in all, absolutely stunning, definitely no complaints from me in this instance, but definitely pay attention to the tire pressures you can run on this hookless wheelset. Okay, so in a summary, as you can see, Cube has really set the bar high with this Cube Nuroad C62 EX gravel bike, which retails for 3,000 euros or 3,099 British pounds. Absolute highlights, in my opinion, is definitely that they have included the carbon fiber wheelset on this bike. You have an excellent Shimano Di2 electronic group set with a single chainring. Also, handlebar and a stem are separate pieces. Everything they have ticked, all the boxes, in my opinion. And absolutely, I see no downsides to this bike. Also, when it comes to the weight, in some kind of size medium, 8.6 kilograms. Perfectly fine for a proper, gravel adventure bike. So all in, top trumps for Cube in this instance. And as I'm saying, I'm really curious to see what the competition will do. But to make this package, the full package of bike, wheel set, group set, everything for 3,000 euros or 3,100 British pounds is going to be very hard for the competition to do anything in this kind of level of the price point and the bikes.